New York City has always been a beacon for newcomers. Since spring 2022, over 210,000 migrants have arrived, seeking refuge and opportunity. They come from far and wide, fleeing hardship and seeking a better life. Many are from Latin America and the Caribbean. Others journey from as far as China and the African continent. The city, in response, has scrambled to provide shelter. Over 200 emergency shelters have sprung up across the 5 boroughs. Even the iconic Roosevelt Hotel was transformed into a temporary haven. This influx has strained the city's resources, creating a complex and evolving situation. The situation is fluid, with shelters constantly opening and closing. Randall's Island Shelter, for instance, is slated for closure by the end of February 2025. At least 24 more are expected to shutter by the end of March 2025. The city, grappling with the sheer number of arrivals, is struggling to find permanent solutions. Adding to the complexity, single adult migrants were given 60-day notices to vacate shelters starting September 6, 2023. A more aggressive eviction push began on May 22, 2024. This has led to uncertainty and fear among the migrant population, many of whom are left wondering where they will go next. Providing for this influx of migrants has placed a significant financial burden on New York City. The city estimates it will spend a staggering $12 billion over 3 years, 2023 to 2026, on migrant care. This includes the cost of housing, food, healthcare, and other essential services. The financial strain is evident in the city's budget. In 2024 alone, $2 billion was spent on housing, healthcare, and services for migrants. The estimated cost for fiscal year 2024 is $4.3 billion, a figure that could double in 2025. These costs are putting a strain on the city's already stretched resources. While the city has received some financial assistance, it has not been enough to offset the costs. In December 2022, the city received $800 million in federal grants. New York State provided over $1 billion in February 2023. Further aid came from FEMA, $31 million in May 2023, and the federal government, $104.6 million in June 2023. The state has also proposed $2.4 billion in its January 2024 budget. However, these funds are dwarfed by the overall cost of caring for the migrant population. Adding to the controversy, $80 million, allegedly transferred by the Trump administration under Elon Musk's Doge team, was later clawed back. This has further fueled the debate about financial responsibility and the need for greater federal support. The arrival of thousands of migrants has sparked concern about crime in New York City. Statistics show an uptick in crime near some shelters. Petty theft has increased by 15%, while violent crimes have risen by 10%. These figures have fueled anxiety among some residents and raised questions about public safety. The subway system, a lifeline for many New Yorkers, has become a focal point of concern. A fatality in December 2024, attributed to an incident involving migrants, has heightened fears. This has contributed to a sense of unease among commuters and fueled calls for increased security. Adding to the tension are allegations that the Roosevelt Hotel, once a symbol of luxury, has become a haven for criminal activity. Some reports suggest the Venezuelan prison gang, Tren de Aragua, has used the hotel as a base of operations. These allegations, while unconfirmed, have stoked fear and fueled a perception of lawlessness. The debate over crime and migrants is complex and often emotionally charged. While statistics show an increase in crime near some shelters, it's important to note that correlation does not equal causation. Many migrants are themselves fleeing violence and seeking safety. Painting an entire population as dangerous based on the actions of a few is inaccurate and unjust. The migrant crisis has placed Mayor Eric Adams in a political pressure cooker. He's tasked with balancing the needs of vulnerable newcomers with the concerns of longtime residents. His every move is scrutinized, and his handling of the crisis has drawn both praise and criticism. Adams has faced a series of challenges during his tenure. He has battled corruption allegations, although these were dismissed by the Justice Department. The resignation of 7 career prosecutors following the dismissal of charges against him further tarnished his image. His approval ratings have plummeted, with 73% of New Yorkers viewing him unfavorably. The mayor's suggestion to change sanctuary city policies for migrants charged with serious crimes sparked outrage among some. His stance put him at odds with the city council and fueled accusations of xenophobia. The situation highlights the delicate balance Adams must strike between addressing public safety concerns and upholding the city's values of compassion and inclusivity. Adding to the political drama, Governor Kathy Hochul has reportedly considered removing Adams from office. This move has drawn criticism from prominent figures like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Meanwhile, rumors swirl that Adams may run as a Republican if he loses the Democratic nomination. The possibility of former Governor Andrew Cuomo, currently embroiled in a public feud with Donald Trump, entering the race adds another layer of complexity to the already volatile political landscape.